Good morning. Good morning, chat. Good afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. Middle of the night, noon. Who knows? Who really knows, chat? How's everybody doing? Good morning, Mayo. How art thou? Good morning, Agent Skull. Just sipping on some coffee, getting all my bits in order. I think we're gonna work on some Hangar assets today, chat. 8 p.m. Yeah. That's right. You said it was part of your nightly routine. Heck yes. I think my fan might be blowing on my microphone here. Let's find out. Scooch over. Yeah, it was. Just woke up. Good morning. Morning, Mayo. Parallel's getting sleepy. Dang. All right. Let's jump into Blender. 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 All right, let's scooch these up. Not that far. What's happening here? Oh, no. Oh, no. What is happening? Stop. Snapping. There we go. Snapping was behaving very oddly. Alright. So we have here the assets from last stream. The little booster pack with the tokamak engine and other stuff. I'm going to hide those because let's bring this up a little bit. Nope. Because we're gonna start building a hangar. The hangars have to be big. It's 17 for you. You have a question, GMKO? What's your question? What are we blending today? We're gonna be working on some hangar assets, so big scale stuff this time. Large scale. Let's actually get like I want a prop for reference here. Probably furniture will give us an accurate size. And of that, let's just do like a cafeteria table. I'm gonna shut all these off so they don't explode when I turn it on. Yeah, furniture, props, cafeteria table, inset red. Why are you still not visible? Props, yeah. Oh, there. Okay, still not visible. Why? Here we go. Alright. Hello, P. How's it going? GMKO, you had a question? What was it? Alright, let's see. Just trying to get a general sense of scale here because... I have to figure out a way. Okay. What I want to do, I think, is duplicate this up. Just going to scale it in the Y to 4 meters. I'm going to rotate it on the X 45 degrees. And then I'm going to scoosh it down there somewhere. Let's shut the increment off. Alright, shift the Z. We're going to mirror this to Z global. Here we go. Something like that. I want this to be like a chute for the hangar. Alright. Let's join these together. Isolate them. Shut off scene world. Everything going well? How about you? I'm doing good. I'm doing just fine. I'm just trying to plan out how I'm gonna do these hanger walls here. I think what I'd like to do, I'll figure out how I'm gonna do this precisely. Let's go here. Let's actually shut that off. Material. There we go. I can see what I'm doing. Let's grab this. Oopsies. To extrude it in the Y. That face. Fill that face. Yeah, not worried about that right now. What's up, Keiko? Just came back from school and I see you're live. I am live. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Can I bridge these? Will bridge respect these things? Bonk. Haha. Yes, it will. Alright, I don't really care about this triangle right now. It's not really offensive to me terribly at this moment. Can always fix it later. Right now, chat, I'm just making sure I can block this out and have it be roughly stuck along the grid, because if it's not along the grid, it's utterly useless to me. It's not modular if I can't just smush them together. So that is my primary concern right now. Oh dear God, what have I done? Alt A to deselect everything. This E Y. That's See, this is what happens when I don't have coffee, chat. I get my axes mixed up. That's a good day then? You bet it is. Good morning, Splint Lizard. How are you? What model am I doing right now? So I'm adding to the kind of sci-fi asset pack that I've been making. It's free for everybody to use. It's CC0, so everybody has access to it. Most of it, anyway. And right now, I'm interested in making like a really big hanger, like really big hanger pieces. So think like kind of like if you've ever seen the hangars in No Man's Sky on the space like orbital stations. Oh my God, that coffee is good. Drinking Kicking Horse coffee, it's so good, chat. So yeah, I am planning to make some giant hanger pieces basically and see if we can transition slowly into adding some big ol' honkin' space features, because the sci-fi asset pack that's out already kind of has a very like space shippy space base kind of feel. So I think that having like hangers with, you know, glowy blue force fields or purple force fields and stuff would be just a lot of fun. So I really like doing this because it gives me like a chance to practice just basic design kind of decisions and sensibilities, and then also because they like I can export them and people can use them, it helps people out. It's pretty sick, honestly. It's a good arrangement. I like it. Okay, I'm just thinking right now. It hurts my brain, chat. Before you ask, yes, thinking hurts. It does hurt my brain, but that's all right. All right. Okay, a rather critical question. I'm going to turn snapping off. Origin, well, all transforms origin to geometry. I'm going to move it forward just until about there and up until just about there because I need to see where is the floor. Let's unisolate this. Turn snapping on and move that back. Alright, that needs to come down. Or up. Snapping off. I don't mind if it's up like that. Just want to see what it looks like here, chat. Have to line these up. I want it to do that, or do I want it to be seamless? Let's see which one looks better, chat. What if I just put it right there? Thing is, it'll have to be very slightly taller, I think. Because, well, what's its height? What is your actual height? 8.01. That's probably fine. Let's put this at 8 exactly. No, that's our volume right there. That's the volume I'm thinking of going for here. Am I gonna make a gun that shoots molten bolts? Maybe. We have the platypus rifles. I think they just shoot lasers though. Here, let me turn on the platypus rifle. Let's zoom in on it. So, platypus rifle. It's ridiculously simple. I mean, obviously. Nothing crazy or fancy about it. Just double checking my normals there, chat. Alright. So, this is a good basis. I think what I want to do now... I'm going to do this first. There we go. I'm going to grab these faces. I'm going to split them off. I'm going to make a couple of these. Let's grab this. All transforms, origin to geometry. I'm going to solidify it. Oh, it's behaving really strangely. Interesting. Okay. Let's try a different tactic here. All transforms, origin to geometry. Love the content. Bye. Thanks, La Baguette. Okay, have a good study session, and thanks for your kind words. I appreciate it. Good morning, Aonarak. Goodness. One of these days I will figure out how to say that correctly. Okay, why are we going weird places here? Fine, we'll just do this. Mm-hmm. Don't need those inside faces, though. Won't need the bottom or top faces either. There aren't any. Interesting. That is interesting. Especially since there were 3 of those. Oh. It's because I have to solidify them, that's why. Let me catch up here. Wish I could be goofing in Blender right now, but I have work to do. Sad. I tried using Rigify for the first time last night for a character. How did it go? Am I familiar with Quixel Mixer? I'm passingly familiar with Quixel Mixer. I never was really able to get it to work for me the way I had hoped it would. Unfortunately. Which really sucks. Why are you so much shorter? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, God. If I could just remember the right axis, I'd be doing a lot better, chat. There we go. That's what I'm thinking here. I'll make sure that goes all the way down into there. It does. Sweet. Is it a good alternative to Substance, though? Honestly, no. What is a good alternative to Substance is Instamat. Let me type it for you. Instamat, like that. It's free. It's under the same license as Unreal, Unity. You know, if you make less than $100,000 a year, it's free to use. It's going to, after just a little bit more development, be pretty dang close to Substance Painter. Yeah, Instamat is like, Instamat's a totally, it's a completely viable alternative to Substance Painter, and it's completely free. That's my recommendation. Get Instamat. Because not only can you do layer painting, like, you know, it also has a node-based system, so exactly the same as Substance Designer. It's all built in. It's a super powerful program. I've barely even scratched the surface of it, but for like, if I'm doing intensive like layering, whether it's PBR, stylized PBR, or even in some cases hand painted, it's super good. Also, just as an alternative, like if I want to use YouTube Paint to do something specifically in Blender, Blender's kind of crap at baking from one object to another. It's great at baking to itself. Like if you have a object with the multi-res modifier on it, it's fine. But it's kind of awful at baking to another object. So you can bring in your high poly and your low poly into Instamat, even if it's just for the bakes, and you'll get very, very nice bakes from it. Planning to do the Relic tutorial to learn it. Oh, do it. Because you're a game dev, so trying to look for texture software that can bake textures and stuff. Yeah, do Instamat. Instamat does the bakes for you. And it's quite good. The results are quite good. I have to say. Do we want 2 of these or 1 of them? Or 3? I think we want 3, which means we want an array. Count 3. Something like that. Origin to geometry. Yeah. I'm also just going to... I want to make these just a little bit lighter. Make a couple of adjustments here. Let's do this. Let's go to UV editing. Just a little bit lighter, just for some contrast. Let's bring our background back down. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it up just for a moment so we can see what we're doing. Because the asset is so dark. It's kind of a mix between, like, what I'm thinking in my head is a mix between No Man's Sky Hangar meets Imperial Death Star Hangar style. Do you think you're going to do a tutorial in Instamat? I have been thinking about it, for sure. Because it's unbelievably useful. There's kind of a lot of tutorials I want to cover. There's a lot of software I use that I think a lot of other people use, and there's a lot of tips and tricks just for raw productivity, or like things that just get me really excited. Like learning how to do things faster and stuff in software just like legitimately makes me excited. It's, I don't know, maybe I'm just a colossal nerd that way, but it's pretty great, honestly. Okay, where is the center of that? This needs to come over. No, this needs to come over just a smidge. Alright, well, I'm going to convert this to a mesh first. Mesh, origin to geometry. That should put it dead center. And now I can check it. Just going to hold shift. Okay, this can come over just a smidge more. That's the wrong way. Too far now. That's close enough. All right. So here's my thinking. If I turn on snapping, actually I'm gonna Alt D this instead of Shift D because it saves memory. And then, see what I mean? Like big open hangar space. That's the wrong direction. Ugh! My brain is not working with axes today. Here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. In fact, let me just scooch this one out of the way. And we'll just do the big one instead. And then Alt D X. And repeat that. There we go. So you can kind of see what I'm thinking here. Let's actually grab these. Alt D, Y, mirror, Y global. There we go. And you got a sense of what I'm thinking in terms of the hangar design. Something is glowing here. Is it light leak? Yeah, it could be. Hold on, let me check cycles. Oh, it's good. Let me get caught up. Are there any videos on Instamat that are good to learn it, though? I mean, you can look at Instamat's YouTube. There's a bunch of tutorials on there. Are you looking for, like, layer painting? Specifically? For, like, layered texturing of assets? Because they have some pretty useful ones on there. You like that cursor and the theme. Hey Webbo. Yeah, creating a hangar, exactly. Okay, let me answer these in order. Keiko, yes. Instamat's YouTube has good tutorials for layer painting. I don't know if you're on the Discord or not, but the link is in the description. If you're not, you can join it. And then if you have any questions about Instamat, you're welcome to pose them there. And then if I can answer them, I will. But yes, check out their website. Check out their YouTube. They have some good tutorials there. There are other people who have released tutorials on Instamat as well that are pretty good. So I've seen some. Yes, creating a hanger. Pritam, which cursor? My green cursor? That's just a Windows, like it's just a customization I made in Windows so that it was easier to see. Because I have 3 monitors, if you include the graphics tablet, so finding my mouse is a trick. Also, it happens to be extremely useful for tutorial videos because people can follow the cursor really easily. Yeah, hop in. Come on in. I'm not sure what you mean by the theme. Do you mean the Blender theme, Pritam? These aren't aligned at all. Let's shut this off. Oh, grab them all. Grab all of them. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I gotta make sure that these are set up to snap correctly when you bring them into engine, because it would be, well, it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, you always need to tweak it somewhat. Green outline, yeah. So to do that, all you gotta do, Pritam, you just go to Edit, Preferences, go to Themes, and then in 3D Viewport right here, you can open it up, and then your active object, you just change the color. So I would advise caution when you're doing this though, because you can make things harder to see rather than easier, so just be mindful when you're playing around with that. But yes, I find that I have my wireframe set to blue so I can read it really easily, and then green so it's selected. Yeah, there's definitely ways to customize your interface that are really useful. There they are. Hello, Axo. Welcome. Alrighty, let's see. So I'm gonna mark this one as the hangar ceiling, because I think I want the ceiling to look a little bit different. I'd like it to have some variation. I'm gonna see it from the outside. I have to. You're welcome, Pritam. You're welcome. I have to make decisions about for these asset packs because they're low poly. I'm trying to make them as low as I reasonably can, without wasting a ton of time. So the question I'm asking myself is okay, well this is a hangar, right? So this could essentially be like a launch tube that sticks out of the side of a ship. So let's just say here I have a mesh like this. This is a terrible example, but you'll understand what I mean in a second. All transforms the origin to geometry. Let's just add a bevel on it so it looks not super dumb. There we go. I mean, it still looks super dumb, but whatever. Let's pretend this is a ship, chat. Right? This is a ship in outer space. And that you could have these launch tubes sticking out. So I have to make a decision about whether or not I should do the outside, or if I should cull those faces and just leave it on the interior. I feel like this could be a ship corridor like the Star Wars theme. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's a mix between this is very Imperial kind of design, right? Star Destroyer interior deck thing. For example, let me just very quickly add in a plane. Do it like this, like this. I will assign Atlas Hollow to it. I mean, basically, there's basically the force field or whatever, right? Actually, take a look at this. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, I probably would put this on emissive. No, you want to see through it, so it'd be hollow. Yeah, something like that. Anyway. All right, Keiko. See you next live. Sounds good. Thanks for coming by. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so the thing is, though, I also want it to be like, this could be a launch tube, but turn on snapping. I'm thinking like maybe, because I want to play with some scale here, basically, right? I want to make it large. Large. Because it's sci-fi. It should have a little bit of like epicness to it. It's my thinking anyway. So, question is, do I just take one of these and then scale it 4 times? Like, all transforms, origin to geometry. Let's also make single user. Scale it up 4 times. Because that's, I don't know, that's maybe a bit big. That's maybe a bit big. Or is it? I mean, that's close. Maybe 3. Maybe 3 times the scale. Let's delete that. I think 3 times that isn't that bad. Shift the X. Oh, I want to turn snapping on. Snapping. Shift D. Duplicated in the X. Okay. Make single user. Objective data. All transforms. Origin to geometry. Let's scale it 3 times. And then put it like there. How's that for scale? I want it to be huge. How many wide is this? 1, 2, 3. All right, let's test it here. 1, 2, 3. It should be exactly the length of 3 of these. Let's turn snapping on. Tis. Yeah. Something friggin' huge would be awesome. I think that's pretty sweet. So, I mean, you could have a small one. You could have smaller ones as launch tubes. They maybe change the design a little bit between that, like the launch tube and that, but... Alright, let's grab this one. Don't fill it. This one. Scooch it over there. Alright. That's the kind of sense of scale I'm thinking. Like huge. Take a sip of coffee, chat. Gonna have some strange looking things hanging from the ceiling, maybe? Like maybe ship mounts or something like that. Let's just fiddle around for a second and see what we can do. Oops, this is supposed to be much simpler than that. Shift A, mesh. Cylinder, I only want 12 sides. There we go. Good. A, G, Z, 1. Let's turn snapping off for now. This is gonna hang upside down, chat. That's the plan. Just coming back from Lurk, but this is evoking a Death Star hallway just before they go into the trash compactor. Absolutely. That's the vibe. That's kind of the starting point for it, right? I definitely want it to read as recognizable in some way, but then we're gonna tweak it a little bit and make it our own, just a smidge. Alright, let's scale this. Whoopsies, let's extrude it, scale it down a little bit, extrude it a little bit again. And then going to add another cylinder. Rotate it on the X 90 degrees, scale it down. Look at it from the left here. Scale it up. Let's scale it a little bit more in the Y because I'm going to put some loop cuts on it. Extrude along normals. I'm gonna get rid of these faces, I think. There's a quicker way to do this. So just go to face select, and click plus. Delete faces. Just gonna fill this in. Fill this in. Grab both of these. Not shift click. There we go. And make sure this is set to individual origins and then scale them down. Heck yeah. Love that scaled ship mounts are cool. Oh, love that scale. Ship mounts are cool. Or platforms on the side so people can wait along looking over the ships. Yeah. 100%. I think like some platforms on the side that you could put in that would match up nicely would be really good. I'm trying to think right now because these are going to hang from the ceiling. That's my thinking. So let's join this together. Rotate it on the X 180 degrees. Go here. Just going to toss it up here for now. Let's optimize this quickly because I know some faces aren't going to be necessary. Like, for example, I'm going to hide that. I'm just going to grab this face and delete it because we will not need it. Everything else is fine for now. Trying to think of the mechanism here. I wonder, actually. I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab these and scale them. Oops. I'm going to grab both of these and scale them up again until they're about flat, I think. Something like that. Okay. Let's extrude these along normals. Scale them up just a bit. Extrude along normals one more time. And we'll thicken them up, I think. Something like that. We'll go here. Grab these, grab these. There you go. What's up, Nyoku? We are working on some Hangar assets this time, so we're going to expand the kind of sci-fi assets pack with some spacey, hangary goodness. At least that's the plan. So we got a huge scale hangar. We got a smaller one too, some like launch bay. I'll probably customize these a little bit more. But yeah, that's what's cooking right now anyway. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to put on the end here? Maybe... let's just give these just a little bit more character. Something like that. That's good. I think these should be like a bracket mount. Like there's something that's got to clasp onto here. Clasp onto a ship. I'm gonna have to design the ships later too. Back, never mind, gym was closed for unspecified reason? Dang! Welcome back. Kind of sucks though. Like what the heck? Okay, cursor to selected. Shift A. Do I want to do piston? Like a retracting piston? We're going to do some like phlebotinum connector of some sort. I don't know. This is why I should concept things in 2D before I just start trying to whack them together in 3D. It's alright, it's the same kind of problem solving. Right. These could also just as easily be like random communication things. Like, for example, I could take this and do that, and then we got this crazy communication looking device. Which honestly, I'm gonna do because it never hurts to give people options with their assets. I'm pretty sure, whoops, I did not want to Alt-D that. No. Shift-D. Ah! Shift-D-Y. There we go. Because I'm pretty sure that devs, if devs are anything like me, which I think they are, when they're building levels, they want the option to have variety. So maybe this meets some Greebly need, or this one does. Why not have both? Let's just quickly unwrap them. Same thing here. Let's assign a material to them would probably help. Probably metallic, I should think. And then the same thing here, Atlas metallic. Let's go to UV editing. What's up, Matthew Sawyers? How's it going? Hopefully I said that correctly. Hello, hello. I'm lost. Where am I? There we are. Let's grab these. What do you think, chat? Lighter metal, probably, so that it'll stick out from the top. Let's put that at 41, just so it's nice and smooth. Kind of like that. Alright, where did we put this? Right there. Alright. Let's do the same thing. I'm just going to grab this one. Let's grab this one. Just gonna scale it down pretty much to 0. So if I want to make sure that these have exactly the same texture, I can select them both and go into edit mode. They actually, man, I pretty much nailed that. Wow, that's not very normal. You can select them both and edit both of their UVs simultaneously, so you can make sure they get the same color. And another thing I'm going to do as we move forward is I'm going to start playing with bevel weights on low poly stuff. Because there's another YouTuber, Blender YouTuber named Riley B3D, who's awesome, by the way. Awesome content, super useful. And he was making some awesome low poly assets, getting nice definition using the bevel by weight modifier. Yeah, that sucks. That does suck. We could go lighter, yeah. I think we might actually go lighter. Let's do that. Just so we really get some contrast in there. Still. Let's go even lighter. That's fine. Who knows what those are? Random shapy things you can do what you can do what you like with. Custom bevels, especially with weighted face normals, can look real good. Yeah. I think it allows you to get away with murder on low poly stuff, basically. Between creasing, marking sharp, and... yeah, exactly. For not that much expense. Not that much performance expense. Okay, those actually look pretty slick. What do I want to do for lighting here? I think we should take one of these. I want to scale it, like I want to keep it roughly appropriate to the scale of one of these big things. So I'm going to split that off. I'm going to move it up. Nope, this one. There we go. Just move that up. I'm going to scale it down, what, maybe to a third? Scale 0.33. Should be fine. Alright, let's extrude it up. I'm gonna have to check the normals after this because they're almost always going to be borked. But it doesn't have to be anything fancy here. I think maybe though, let's scale that out so we get a little bit of a bevel. Alright. Let's add emissive to it. Let's emissive to this face. Assign. UV editing. Okay, let's zoom in on our object here. I think hangar lighting should be blue. Maybe. Like that. And then Control I, flip everything else, and we're gonna make this one nice and light also. Not quite as light as the other things, but definitely lighter. You can't see it's funny, you can't see it in Eevee because it's screen space. Actually, let me double check my one quarter global illumination. Yeah, that's all good. Okay. Go back to cycles. Let me catch up. I fight with those weights sometimes though. Yeah, I know, it can be annoying. Hey, by the way, do you get perks for being Mokonosum Council? And if yes, how do you... what does that say? How do you be one? How do you be one? The Mokonosum Council is like, it's a combination of two things. It's either good friends of mine, IRL, or people that I have worked with and trust. So I basically need to have known you for a long time, or have worked with you on several successful projects and trust you, basically. So hang out for a goodly long time, and that's how you would become a Mokonosum Council. It's basically, yeah, it's my friend group, and like collaborators that I trust and work with. There are other exclusive perks for channel members or patrons. There's a members only channel for patrons and YouTube members. Do you get any perks for being Mokonosum Council or for supporting via membership in Patreon? So I'll answer both those questions. So being Mokonosum Council, I mean, if you're a good personal friend of mine or someone I work with regularly, usually yeah, you're not gonna have any issue getting access to my content. In fact, most of those people are people that I rely on to help me improve it. And that I go to for feedback, essentially. Like I said, they're people that I trust. Yeah, Mokonosum. Yeah, I mean, Mokonosum Council isn't it's not a tier of my Patreon or anything. That's just where I put the people that I work with and trust. So, I mean, are there any direct perks for it? The answer is no. Not really. But any one of those people could ask me for any one of my things and I would give it to them. So, I guess yes. If that makes sense. I mean, they're good friends. That's just how it is. You rely on me to help you improve? Aw. I'll do my best. That's a cool name, Mokonosum. So it's based on, I don't know if you know this, but basically there's for the longest time I've wanted to do a graphic novel sort of thing, like a webcomic thing. Let me see. I'm gonna share a link here. You can go to here. Okay, I can't, can't share this link, it's too long. Give me a second. Oh yeah, it's on my website. Here. Go here. This is where it comes from. This is the first issue of the comic that I want to continue working on. This is not like a priority for me, but it is heckin' fun to do occasionally. Let me see. It's a perk of being a good friend, not a perk of being a part of the council. Yeah, exactly. I mean, most of my good friends, like a lot of them are also creatives. One of my good personal friends in real life is Scott from Comet Lord Miniatures. And I don't know if anybody knows Comet Lord Miniatures, but he's one of the best. I say this every time. Shameless plug. It's literally called The Great Plug. I see what you did there. It is a shameless plug. He's literally one of the best 3D sculptors. He's like, I shouldn't say one of the best, but he's certainly a world-class 3D sculptor, in particular with miniatures, dark fantasy miniatures. Insane. Insane. So, yeah. Like I said, I rely on them for a lot of stuff, and there's, yeah, just, if somebody like, I mean, these, okay, first of all, these assets are free, right? All of these assets I'm making are free, except for a very few of them, which are perks for patrons who help me make a living, basically. And I don't mind giving them something extra if they're going to chip in and help. But the vast majority of them are free. But any one of the people in the Mokonosum Council, just like any one of my members or Patreon supporters, could ask me for an asset, any one of these asset packs, and I would send it to them. Like Patreon and member supporters get them automatically, but if my friends were like, hey, can I use that? I'd be like, yeah. Of course you can. Of course you can. The heck? I'm just smushing these over. Oh, actually, let's just do this. Alt-D, Y, and then Shift-R so they're spaced evenly. I just want to see what that looks like. It's not centered at all. Bro Prob took Molten Bolt tutorials if he's world class. I appreciate that sentiment, but Common Lord Miniature says kick butt for years, long before Molten Bolt was a thing. Leave it to humans to make a space revolver. Exactly. Like, I can't remember. I cannot remember whose idea that was. It was sparked it. But anyway, that is a passion project of mine that I have not had the time to work on as much as I would like. But I kind of want to make lights that are slightly more interesting than this. I think these are fine because you should have some boring, like, you know, just run-of-the-mill assets. I think those are important, but I would also like to have some that are more interesting. Look how let's get just I'm going to do some walk navigation here so we can see the scale. That's big. Mighty big. Oh, I was on the wall. I was on the wall, chat. Now, just for the sake of fun, I want to grab all of that. I need to turn snapping off. Or snapping on, rather. Okay, let's hide these. Hide these basic ones. Let's make sure all of this is in Hangar stuff, by the way. Hangar pieces, okay. Let's hide these. Hide them. Snapping on. Alt-D in the X. I just want to see what it looks like when we make a massive hangar. Blimey. Do I know game coder friends? I don't. Should I? Are they... Sounds like they are dev. Is it like a YouTube channel about game dev? That's my guess. That's my guess as to what that is. Alright. Back to business. I want to get rid of all of that. Hey Dennis, how's it going? Looking great, but need to go. Catch the rest later. Loving the assets. Thanks, Webo. Thank you all, for all of your support. I really appreciate it. Oh, dear. Sorry, Beacon Boy. I completely misunderstood what you were saying. Yeah, I have one friend who knows a lot about Unreal. I don't have a ton of friends who are devs, honestly. I have a lot of friends who are 3D artists and 2D artists, but not that many who are actually into game dev, except for one. That's very funny. All right, let's see. What is this reflecting? Oh, that would make sense. That makes a lot of sense. Let's shut these off for right now. You're a 2D artist and use Blender to make your illustrations? Awesome. I also use, when I'm doing 2D art, I use Blender for blockouts. In fact, let me see if I can find an example of that. One moment, chat, while I look it up here. Let's see. It's probably here somewhere. Not there. Not there either. Hold on. Oh yeah. Forgot about Bullet Bob. Ah, here we go. I think it's this one here. Yeah, it's this one here. Let me open this up here. So I used a 3D blockout for this. Hold on. There we go. Can you do that add subtract silhouette trick in grease pencil? Oh yeah, shape carving? I don't think so. Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, you might... No. There's no lasso tool, so you'd need to move verts individually in grease pencil. I don't think you could do it. Certainly not as quickly, anyway. But this is a painting I used a 3D underlay for. In fact, let me see if I can find the 3D block out so that it'll make sense. Where is it? That's the value for it. Where is it? No. I don't think I saved just the block out. Oh well. I feel like real coders went to school for it, but I feel like no one would recommend paying 10K for college degree. It's the capitalism dilemma. Yeah, it is. Especially like, especially given what's available to learn on the internet nowadays. Like, you can get all of the like employable skills you need without going through school. You won't have as much networking and probably like rigorous assessment, but it doesn't mean you can't get there. Also, there's no guarantee that going through school will get you a job at all. The job market's absolutely devastatingly brutal right now for all kinds of people. It's kind of insane, actually. Let's set that back to 0. Or back to 1. As a dev, I've worked with very capable people who didn't go to school for it, and people who shouldn't be in the field who had high accolades. Yep. That's true for, that's not just true for dev. It's definitely true in a lot of different areas. Alright, let's switch this back to Eevee so that I can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to decide, chat, right now whether or not I should split these up. Like, if I should... Let me grab this here. You know what I mean? Like, just, to give it some more character, but I don't think so. I kind of like the idea of them being just decks like that. Like, just being straight up decking. Could maybe split it like that. So there's some differentiation. But I think anything more than that would be distracting on something like this. You got an undergrad in psych for no reason at all, but trust me, I'm a good level designer. I have a undergrad degree in environmental design, which is architecture, basically. Focusing on interior architecture, so... literally have a degree in environmental design. So, a shocker, I like designing environments. What? This is much more fun than the, like, IRL stuff, though, I have to say. At least in my opinion. This is way more exciting to me. There's a trend. Formal education is not a negative mark, but there's more to it than that. Yeah, for sure. Don't go to school unless you're rich or have a vision that you're 1,000% dedicated to. Otherwise, it'll be a waste of money. Time too, but less so because experience is still worth it. Yes, experience is worthwhile for sure. In particular, I would not recommend to anybody go through an architecture degree unless you are absolutely certain you love it. Because I went to, like, in my degree, there were probably 50 people. I went through most of my particular program with the same 50 people, and of them, I think 2 really enjoyed it. So, I mean, that's what, 4%? Everybody else just suffered. So. Alright. I've been blathering for a long time. Let's think about what we're going to do here. I'm going to model a platform from here, I think. How do I want to do that? I think we grab... Just going to keep this here for scale. Wow, I really can't get my axes straight today. I just can't do it. We should make this sort of stuff IRL? Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. I have a video coming out soon, chat. It's not really a tutorial, though. It's a little bit of a different kind of vibe. I'm just designing something to celebrate the completion of the asset pack. I'll show you what it is. Sneak peek. It's nothing fancy, really, trust me. But maybe you'll like it. Where is he? There he is. Just open this up here. Ta-da! It's a space bolty. My next video is just me blathering as I draw this, essentially. I have 2 videos coming out soon, but that's one of them. The other one is a product review. So let's see. How can we do this? Let's maybe... should it be one of these, or should it be something you can attach onto them? I think it should be something you can attach onto one of those. Cursor world origin. What's that? Excuse me. Add in a cube. Scooch it over like that. There we go. Poor guy looks so weary even in his spacesuit. You love it? Thanks, Skull. Yes. I thought for a long time about... I thought long and hard about whether or not to keep Like Bolty's, the like main avatar picture I have looks incredibly unimpressed. Like it doesn't look like a super happy face. But I decided to keep it because I used to do a video format. Like I had 1 or 2 recordings posted a long time ago, and I've since taken them down because they were so bad. And also I was using a different avatar that was absolutely garbage. Sorry, just had a sip of coffee. But I used to do a format, which I'm going to bring back. Seriously, the 10K special is coming, I promise. I'm going to be at 15K by the time we get there, but it was called Scuffed Prompts, and basically it was me and a couple of my artist friends would get a prompt, and you have 10 minutes to do your best drawing of it. And most of the time, either the drawing was scuffed, or the prompt itself was like, how are you supposed to draw that? So, that was the format. Gonna come back eventually. Alright. Let's isolate these together so I can scale them. I want this to be in the center, so cursor to selected. Selection of cursor. Now it's dead center on that. Need some water, chat. I'm gonna cough into your ears, and I don't want to do that. Which are my favorite sci-fi games or movies? That's a good question. I mean, I love Star Wars, obviously. I love Star Trek, also, obviously. I do not love one more than the other. I like all kinds of classic sci-fi like that. I really like, obviously, the Alien franchise is pretty sick in terms of sci-fi design. One of my favorite, more kind of hard sci-fi is The Expanse, which is super, super good. Favorite sci-fi games? Dead Space was pretty good. No Man's Sky is awesome. I've been playing Astroneer lately, which is shockingly good. It has the worst wiki ever. The least informative wiki ever. But, I mean, that's fine. But it's a great game. Hey, dog, how's it going? Alright, let's see. What are we doing here? I don't think I want it to be quite that entire length, right? So scale X, I think 2/3, so 0.66. Something like that. Let's go to the front. Move it over. I'm going to elevate it. And now we want to unisolate so I can get a sense of how big this table is. Okay, scale it in Z, scale it in Y. I think probably at least up to that. I mean, that's a really high platform, but that's all right. And let's have it go to... Let's just line these up visually. Should be fine. There we go. Something like that. Oops. Something like that. I'm just gonna block it out. Block it out and do some planning. I'm good, dog. Thanks for asking. You will try Callisto Protocol. It's a lot like Dead Space. I think I've heard the name before, and I might try it out. Yep, I just might. If it comes recommended, I shall check it out at some point or another. Something like that. Okay, and then I think we're gonna need another one of these. So let's line these up. All right. I'm gonna isolate these. Go to front view. I'm gonna whoop. I'll line this up here. Okay, good enough. Just want to make sure we're pretty much square there, which we are. Or should I have the stairs come out here? Like here? Or should they come out like this? And down. Not sure. Snapping off. Let's just line these up. At least enough so that visually we're not getting any. Not sure that I mind. I could just extrude that though. I don't think I want to though. I gotta think. I have to think because, chat, because if I extrude this as a piece of this, it'll save on some geometry, but it'll limit the options. So if I let's scooch this over here, just to give you an example. Let's say I have fences or some guardrails here, right? Same thing here. Something to protect people from falling. And then we have the stairs coming down. Like so. We have guardrails here. And then I can make a second piece that goes it has guardrails on the end, and I can put one in the middle that doesn't have any guardrails at all. So I think what we need to do is we'll need to make the guardrails separately, and that way you can position them and leave it open wherever you like, or whatever kind of thing we're going to use. I don't think I want to use banisters in particular. I think probably something more like a well, you'll see. Something more like a, not a railing, basically, like an actual barricade would look cooler in the hangar. So I think I need 3 pieces. Basically, I need this piece, which we've got already. I need this piece, which is the stairs. And then we'll need the railing things. I think the 3-to-1 ontology work on this, right? I'm not sure I understand the question, Doug. You can make one mesh for all of it? Yeah, I could do. I don't think I'm going to, though, because that limits options. I'd rather give more options than fewer. So, I think what I need to do... Put this on Eevee, please. There we go. I think I need to turn this into... Yeah, I think just generally having more options is better. Alright, let's go here. I'm just gonna show you what I mean by this barricade thing, instead of just blathering. I'll show you. Oopsies. There we go. get that to there. Scale it in the X. Scale it in the Y just a bit. And by barricade, I just mean like a very simple thing like this. Know what I mean? It just look. I think it'll look more fitting for this kind of thing than. Look more fitting for this kind of thing than the alternative would. Fair enough. I got really angry at this shield video the other week. My shield video? How about some levitating steps? I wonder if we could make them glow. That might be too cluttered visually, but... If it was my shield video, what made you angry about it? Feedback is useful. Right. Let's see. Let's apply metallic to this. UV editing AS. Where did we put the other one? Right there? Is that right? Yeah, it looks about right anyway. Probably a little bit lighter for those. You were telling me how people were upset because it was inefficient. Yeah, it is inefficient. Bunch of TikTok users. That's funny. Oh, that's very good. Oh man. Barricade corner left. What? Barricade corner right. Let's make sure all of these are in Hangar because I'm not positive that they are. Hangar pieces. Bunch of TikTok users. I'm sorry, that just cracked me up. That was funny. All right, let's grab blah 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 blah. And how do I want to do this? There's a bunch of ways I could do it. Let's grab the bottom one. Scooch it over, scale it in the X. Something like that. I'm going to split that off. And then I'm going to use an array. We're going to scooch it over just a bit. And then how many steps is that going to be? If I put another array on it, this one's going to be in the Z. Interesting. Okay, hold on. First of all, pull transforms origin to geometry. That would help. Losing my mind. Solidify it first. Let's go the other way. Hmm. That's no good. Better. Fixed it, chat. All fixed. Alright. What the heck was I doing before I got distracted? Oh yeah. Stairs. I don't know why blue moss is in there twice. Weird. Okay. Base orientation's all good on this guy, so all transforms, origin to geometry. We're gonna position it, let's see. Here. Wrong axis. And then here? Okay, fine. I think actually what we'll do it this way. First. So that I can see these. Let's isolate them, go to front view. How are the normals in version 4.2? They seem fine. Not much different. I'm not aware of them having made any changes to them, to be perfectly honest. Although, actually, well, now that I say that, they very well may have. Does not look wheelchair accessible. That is true. It does not. However, there may be some sort of anti-grav elevator. Also, maybe it's possible that by this time we figured out a way to solve mobility issues, such as those. Okay, I actually want to go back and tell you before you were a mesh, and I want to give you just like a little bit more height. 7.8, 7.6. There we go. I had heard that they were doing something wrong. I just had it out since I have version 4.0. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't had any issues in particular. Mind you, I don't use any custom normals, really. I mean, I'm just doing low poly stuff. It's not terribly intensive in terms of normals. All right. Something like that. We're gonna rename this, so we're gonna say barricade corner L stairs. We're gonna duplicate this over, mirror it, X global. Barricade corner R stairs. You hide that. We're gonna duplicate this over, mirror on the X global. Barricade corner left. Now we have a variation for stairs on either side or no stairs on either side. So the next thing I need to do is assume, then, turn snapping on, scooch this over. I'm just gonna scooch that over to the middle there. These can go over one more increment. So what I need to do is make a barricade for just this, which will essentially be this. And then I'll have to go through and optimize these, take out the bottoms. Something like that. Oh, the bottom's already gone. Yay. Smart me sometimes. The real rub is there's no atmosphere. Hold your breath, biologics. Well, I could put the hollow plane back in there. Like, let's say I so I go here, mesh plane. So snapping off. Around there. I'm gonna do this just because it'll be fun to see what it looks like. Ugh. Alright, well, first of all, this is too far over, so I'm going to grab these. I'm going to align them. Right. I like your art. Have you considered owning me as indentured servant to create assets for you in your basement for no pay, just experience? I have not considered that, nor would I. Just because artists deserve to be paid. It's funny. But in all seriousness, really, I do believe artists deserve to be paid. It's like I would never ask somebody to perform an unpaid art test. Oopsies, this needs to be made into a mesh first. There we go. Stairs, hangar, stairs, left. Let's make these metallic also. And then EV editing A, scale 0. Same color as the rest of them. Let's hide that shield wall. Nice. I scared you. You forgot it was open. You're at work. No, I appreciate the offer, Beacon Boy. I really do, but I don't presently need indentured servants. Although, I mean, I would encourage you to make your own assets, just because. Why not? That's the reason I'm doing it, is just because, really. Let's see. I'm gonna do a cut here. It's a bit thick, actually. Let's do a cut here. And a cut here. And one more cut here. I could do that on all of them as well, but for right now, let's grab these, isolate them, go to front view. Dang, almost nailed that. Almost nailed it, chat. It's the wrong way. There we go. Can I even walk up there without it colliding? Oh yeah. Got tons of room. I do need to check this against my scale, because I have just been doing this kind of willy-nilly. These are 8 meters. They might be a bit tall. I might need to shrink them up. So you can still get value from making an environment even if it's not immediately being utilized in-game. 100%. Just doing that, like, practicing your craft is enough to get value. Like I said, I'm not doing anything crazy here. These are low poly, super simple, representational assets. They're, like, very, very basic. But it's still really good practice because, for one, let's say basically low poly assets are essentially a blockout, right? It's like the blockout stage in a more sophisticated project. So the more I practice doing that, the faster I get at blocking things out. So it's improving my workflow no matter what. Obviously, I'm getting faster at making low poly assets because I know the tools I need to do that. But that's also improving several other aspects of my 3D toolset just by the nature of the fact that I'm practicing doing it. Okay, I do need to scale this though. This is gonna drive me crazy. I think A, Alt S. Is that gonna bork that? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's alright. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Need something scaled from here. So let's see our sleeper casket static. Let's put that up here and see how that is in terms of scale. But these are huge, basically. They're huge. So we're gonna scale them down. I don't mind the floors being really thick. I don't mind that at all. But like not being able to see over these banisters would be a problem. So actually, let's go back here. We're gonna grab all of these and scale them down equally. It's better. Let's grab this and this. That. Isolate it, go to front view. I need to go here. Okay, let's do this. There you go. Just make some quick adjustments. This might be a bit short now. I don't know that I care though. Short's probably okay. Short is probably okay. Let's have a little stroll. See how this feels in comparison. Much better. I can at least see over it. Okay, let's grab this. In fact, I need to make sure I need to make sure that I don't leave the other duplicates, because they are going to be very different now. So that one can go. If I turn this one on, it can go also. These are fine as they are, I think. I don't really care about them being seamless so much. I think they could probably stand to be a little bit closer to the edge though. I'm just gonna scale it. Oh, origin to geometry, please. All transforms, origin to geometry. Oh. Here we go. All transforms, origin to geometry. There we go. Something like that. De-isolate it. It's fine. I think what we want to do here is isolate these. We're gonna make this corner piece much closer to the edge. Yeah. I'll have that go into the wall, essentially. Which means I can probably delete those faces. You're not going to see them anywhere else. Okay. Alright. So this one is barricade corner L stairs, good. Barricade straight. We need to duplicate this, mirror it on the X global. Our stairs. Here we go. Hide that. Take this one. We're also going to push this one into the wall. I'm going to grab these. Grab it in the Y, push it into the wall, delete those faces. Just gonna save real quick, and then we'll duplicate this. Right click, mirror, X global, and give it a name. Barricade, corner, left. Hide. There we go. It's been fixed. No, it's all fixed, chat. Easy peasy. Alright. I'm gonna keep that around as a sense of scale. Let's just hide this one. Move this one into hanger. Oopsies. This one to hanger pieces. See what's going on. Alrighty. So let's see. Just for the sake of argument, I want to see what the shield wall. I'm going to duplicate the shield wall. I'm going to scooch it over this way. And I'm going to switch its material to Atlas. Do you ever implement animations in your environment? Or is that like a real tryhard thing? No, I do animations for sure. I was doing animations on stream, I don't know, 3 or 4 streams ago. I mean, if you want to do animations, do them. If somebody calls you a tryhard, who cares? Look, man, if someone bothers to say something mean to you, like, they're the loser. You know that, right, chat? If someone is going out of their way to be mean to you, they're the one that sucks. So don't feel bad. Who cares if some mean loser says something? I don't think it's a try-hard thing, man. I think you should do whatever you like. Whatever makes you happy. It's probably the best call. Alright, I want to go stand over here. Just to get a sense of what's happening. Let's do it in cycles, please. Cycles. Whoopsies. I'm not walk navigating anymore. Whoa! Gravity. Good. Try hard is bizarre in a creative endeavor. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you're trying hard. Exactly. And make you happy? I'm happy to hear that. That makes me happy. Yeah, you gotta understand that, like, if people are going out of their way to be mean to you, who cares? Like, do you really care about a mean person's opinion? I want you to think about that, chat. Like, do you? I mean, possibly what they said was hurtful and, you know, crappy, but, like, if they're a jerk, then, like, here's the thing. I'm really only gonna be upset if I'm, like, insulted by someone oh my god, what did I do? If I'm insulted by someone I respect. But the fact of the matter is, the people I respect aren't gonna insult me. So, it's hard. I know it's hard. It's hard to implement that as a real thing, but it's also completely true. Who cares if some jerk is saying mean crap? Whatever. Let's re-unwrap this. Let's give this let's add emissive. Assign. Hit Control I. Assign as metallic. Let's go to UV editing. AS0. Scale it down to 0. Zoom in on it here. There we go. Let's go here. Grab this. I want to make this purple. This one. We're going to move this up to a lighter metal. There we go. Let me see what's chat saying. What if you can see space outside? Yes, that's the idea. Although if we turn that down. What's the transparency on this? I don't want to alter this too much because I have already exported it with very particular settings and it'll look different. I could do, actually. Let's make it glass. Let's go to the go here. Let's maybe it's actually I'm gonna go to UV editing here. I'm just gonna make this white because I want the hangar to look really clean. I think really clean. So Alt D in the X. Let's Alt D that in the X till it's right there. Nani? Oh, those ones are okay. Those ones are spaced differently. That's fine. Oh, just approximate it for now, chat. It's fine. Alt DX all the way over here. Let's grab these. Alt D. Mirror. Y global. So scooch them out there. Hide this. Did I hide those walls? Yeah, I did. Right. Ah! Right, let's get a view of what it looks like now. So dark. Put a light in. Let's blast it with light. There we go. Fellow Impensius fan? Absolutely, Impensia rocks. The people who insult you are usually those who are afraid of you and feel very sorry for them. Yeah. Yeah. Looking good? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's try and get this into a sensible kind of arrangement. To go to the bottom view. Grab this. Those three. Bottom view. Ah. Oh man, doing audio work and had a sharp sawtooth blow up while listening to you. Oof. Sharp sawtooth would be rather Shrekky on the ears, I suspect. Alright, let's grab this. I'm gonna make this one slightly blue, because those lights are blue. And then I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to move it over here. Gonna rotate it on the X 90 degree. Oops, wrong axis, X 90 degrees. There we go. I'm just gonna blast this place with light. We'll figure out the details of the light later. Mirror, Y global. Scooch them over here. There we go. Let's turn those extras back on. Let's grab all of these. I believe they're all related. They're all linked. Oh no, good. The top ones aren't. These are though. Yes, they are. So we're gonna give these maybe 900, 300. Let's really drop them down. Okay, let's switch this back to hollow. It's nowhere near as transparent as it ought to be. Did I do something to the shading of it? Oh no, you can see through it. It's fine, that's what I want. That's exactly what I want it to be. That's good. Okay. Well, there's the basic structure of the hangar. Only took 2 hours to do. Brings us up to noon. I do have some errands I have to run, so I will have to head out soon. But I mean, this isn't bad progress. This is all modular. It's all snapped correctly to the grid, which means I could just export it and throw it in Engine. It would already work, which is pretty awesome. Okay, let's move these into... into hangar lights. This should be a roof breable one. Two. Roof, 3 ball, 2. Let's move those into hangar pieces. Okay, with the exception of that. Do not want to slide. Hangar pieces. There we go. We can go back into furniture. Is that a duplicate? Let's see what this is. No, there we go. That one could go back to furniture. Alright. Let's have a little walk chat, and then I'm gonna wrap it up for today, I think. Goodness gracious. It is a rather large room, isn't it? I don't mind it, though. Let's see if I can see through the floor. I can't, which is good, because they are all the same size at the bottom. This is roughly what I had envisioned. It's not exactly what I had envisioned, but I can always go and tweak it around. Thank you for the stream. Always an inspiration. Thanks. Thank you. It's very nice of you to say. It's my pleasure to stream. And thank you for coming to hang out. Been lurking but enjoying the work. It's looking really cool. Thanks, Joshua Marsh. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Errands are calling. I have some running around I have to do. But I'll be back Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, as usual. Comfy stream, that's what I like to hear. Chill stream is a good stream. And then we'll add some more, you know, fun bits to this hangar thing, and maybe even start making ships or ship parts. I don't know. I'm loving the sci-fi kind of asset theme right now, so we're going to keep going with that and see what we can make. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, if you're not a member of the Discord is linked in the description. Feel free to come by. There's already over 100 other 3D artists and community people in there who help each other out with 3D stuff. I'm also in there. I'm not always on, but when I am, I'll pop in and say hello, check out your work, and help you if you have any questions whenever I'm able. So if you're not in the Discord yet, go ahead and join the Discord. If you have the means to help support these assets, you can do so through Patreon, or if you don't want to support financially or can't, there is another way to support, which is just to rate them, rate the assets on itch.io, rate them on Gumroad, and tell your dev friends, indie dev friends, whoever, to check it out and give it a rating. That also helps a tremendous, tremendous amount. If you're not a member of the Patreon already, you can join for free and you will still get some exclusive perks. Some things I only post on Patreon. Won't cost you a penny, but you'll be a part of the community that way as well. So yeah, join the Discord, join the Patreon, even for free. You'll still get some cool stuff. And we'll see you then. Thank you everybody for coming by. I will see you on